How do you deal with jealousy in poly relationships? I'm Kathy Martilli from the intimacydojo.com, and I'm here with Tamara Pincus from tamaраpincus.com. And Tamara literally wrote the book on dealing with jealousy, and an aspect of your book is about jealousy in poly.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's in the book, but
oh, okay. Sorry.
But definitely talk with people about managing their jealousy a lot. I feel like the best book on it is probably the Jealousy Workbook by Kathy Labriola, because it helps you figure out not just like are you is polyamory right for you based on like what your issues are, but also like where is the jealousy coming from for you? Because I think we have this idea that jealousy is the same thing for everybody, and it's really not. Like sometimes it's about feeling left out, sometimes it's about feeling replaced, sometimes it's about feeling like if your partner is doing this, they no longer love you.
Yeah.
And so really it's important to explore what are the ideas behind the jealousy, what are the thoughts.
Yeah, so powerful. I remember my first boyfriend. I loved him so much, but I was angry if he did something that made me feel jealous. He should change his behavior. He was at fault. And if he really loved me, he wouldn't do these things that he loved to do because I got hurt about it. Versus my insecurities were coming up, and I could deal with my insecurities.
Exactly. So I think that's a really common problem. I think we're sort of given the message culturally that our partners shouldn't do things that make us feel jealous, and that we should like control their behavior to a certain extent.
How dare they do that thing versus
how dare they like hang out with their friend who happens to be the same gender as I am. The nerve. But I think that, in all situations where jealousy comes up, you can work on it in ways that are healthier than trying to stop your partner from doing the thing. So for me, particularly with people who are just opening their relationships, I help them come up with a plan. We assume that jealousy is going to happen.
Yeah. And
so what we want to do is figure out what are the things that help people feel loved and reconnect after they're jealous, right? So I often encourage people to schedule a time to reconnect after their date is over, or possibly the next day, to just check in, preferably in person. And one of the things I do with people is look at the 5 love languages.
I love that book.
Yeah, I mean, there's a book, there's also an online quiz.
Yeah, and he is very homophobic. I apologize to anyone who I'm queer, but I love the material. Yeah.
And I had forgotten that, having not read the book in a really long time. I do think that the content of the material doesn't apply to people of all genders.
Yes. And inclinations and orientations.
Yeah, just take that with a grain of salt. Yeah. But I think it's helpful to understand what is comforting for you. Is it words? Is it touch? Is it acts of service? I think the other ones are quality time and gifts. So knowing what the things are that are comforting for you and being able to ask your partner for those things. And then I also think if you are able to identify what is the thought that's coming into your head, is it that they're not going to love me anymore? Is it that they think that person's cooler? Is it that you feel left out? Have them say things to you that address those specific thoughts. So have them say, I still love you, or, whatever it is that you need to hear to feel better.
I love that. I also noticed that when I'm really depleted, I grew up very insecure in a sexual abuse background, and I noticed if I'm tired, hungry, or there's a lot of things like my tank is really low, those insecurities get much louder. So it may not actually be the partner that needs to it's great if they want to reassure me, but I also have to watch my own gauges and I need some downtime. I need some friend time. What do I need so that my insecurity isn't becoming this monster that's running my life?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's great. Yes, it's very scary. Yeah. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. I love it. And I'm going to check out that book too. That's great.
Yeah. Excited to share it with people.
Yeah, and can you tell us the name of your book again?
It's called Polyamory, Coming Out About Your Non-Monogamous Relationship.
Thank you. I didn't want to mangle it. So if you'd like that, it's on Amazon, and you can also get the ebook version. And Tamara, thanks so much for sharing. I think this is such an important topic.
You're I'm glad I could be here for it.
Yeah.